Welcome to the Bible Lore Expedition, where you and I embark on a journey of discovery. I'm your host, JJ. In the previous episode, we spoke about the fall of humanity, and in this episode, we will talk about Noah. Who was Noah? Adam and Eve bore another son after the death of Abel. They named their newborn Seth, who became the ancestor of Noah. The genealogy traces the line of Seth down to Noah, highlighting the passing of generations and the longevity of life in those ancient times. Noah is a central figure in the Bible, particularly in the book of Genesis. He is known for being a righteous and obedient man who found favor in the eyes of God amidst of a corrupt and sinful world. According to the biblical narrative, Noah lived in a time when wickedness had spread throughout the earth. However, God found Noah to be righteous among the people of his generation. The Bible describes Noah as a man who walked with God, indicating a close and faithful relationship with the divine. Noah's story serves a powerful example of faith, obedience, and perseverance in the face of adversity. He is remembered as a righteous man who remained faithful to God's commands amidst a world consumed by sin, ultimately becoming the instrument through which God's plan for humanity was fulfilled. Let me ask this question. How is the generation of Noah's time different from our generation? Think about the time when you wake up to the newspapers and news channels. Most of what we consume of what is happening in our world today is drugs, addiction, destruction, war, murder, rape, assault, and the list goes on. In a world like this, is it even possible that we can be like Noah? I really don't know what you might be thinking right now, but I do know this. Despite the world being such a messed up place, in the book of John, in chapter number 3, verse 16 and 17, God's love for this very world that we're living in right now is so immense that He gave His only Son so that those who believe in Him will not perish but have everlasting life. His purpose in sending Jesus was not to condemn the world but to save it. I know that I am not perfect, and I can never be like Noah. But the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ is that there is hope for me and for you. There's a wonderful promise that God gives us in the book of Acts, in chapter 3, verse 19, that I can turn to God in repentance and my sins will be wiped out. Now that's a brilliant promise. Thank you so much for listening to me about Noah. I'm your host, JJ. In the next episode, we will talk about the ark. Please follow my podcast and enable that notification or bell icon to get notified every time I put out a new episode.